The first thing we need to do, like I mentioned, is to get the Google Earth extension package up and running. So the way that we do that is we move down here to Manage Extension Packages, and we'll go to, you can see there's a few here. You can also actually upload and create your own, but we're just going to work with an out-of-the-box one for now. We're going to go to the Google Earth Engine extension, and there's all sorts of information here about the tools that are available. For the first time when you come into this window, there will be a big button saying Install Extension that takes about 30 seconds to install. I've already installed this, so I don't have that button, but you should see that, and it should be very simple to install. I'm just going to go here and go to Showing Components panel, so we can see the components that are available for us. So there's really two types of components that we have available in this extension. We have our sort of off-the-shelf components, and then we have our more customizable components. So for the off-the-shelf components, we have Get Elevation, Get NDVI, which is the Normalized Difference Vegetation Index. We have Get Precipitation, and those are basically components where you can do absolutely no coding at all and use that information, use those to access information from Google Earth Engine. We also have Summary Region and Summary Table, and these are the more customizable elements that you can drop bits of code in to get a bit more of a custom edge to what you're getting from Google Earth Engine. We're going to be working with Get NDVI initially, but we will be using Summary Table again a little bit later, so don't forget that one. Get NDVI, this basically we'll use to give us a normalized difference vegetation index, which basically indicates the sort of intensity and health of vegetation. So we're going to be using this to get the NDVI of counties across the USA. So first of all, we need to get our county data. So sorry if my mouse is moving, I'm moving my face away from the bit of the workflow that I'm working in. So let's switch to sources, and I'm going to go into connection data and demo data. You'll all have access to demo data when you log in here. Go to demo tables, and I'm going to search for my USA counties data. Here we go. And then what I want to do is just filter this to just a few counties, just because this is a short webinar and I don't have time to process the whole of the US. So we're just going to go into here. I'm going to go simple filter, and I'm going to filter where the state is New Hampshire, because I happen to know New Hampshire only has 10 counties, and I'm just going to run that workflow. And all of this is happening inside your Google BigQuery data warehouse. So everything happening natively in there. Your data is not being moved anywhere else. It's not being cached anywhere else. Fully stays within your data warehouse. So you can see that's turned green. So we've filtered that data. I can have a quick look in the preview. Let's preview the map and just check that. Then we have this very long tool state. Very interesting. So that's our simple filter. And then now all we need to simply do is connect to our NDVI. And let's just select the NDVI, and then we just need to input a date range that we are interested in. So I'm going to just look at all of January last year, 2024. So input the date range, and I'm going to select run. And I think this should take about 40 seconds or so to run. This is very, very high resolution data, and it's basically looking at data for the whole world, all time periods, and just aggregating it for those states and that data that I'm interested in. Something that is really great about workflows is you can see what I've been doing. You can sort of run it bit by bit to help, so you can sort of do your analysis bit by bit, or you can run it all in one go right at the end, and the results get cached as you go. So you're not rerunning the entire workflow every time. So my simple filter, for example, is not getting rerun. Another great thing about workflows is you can integrate it into your wider analysis. So you can, for example, schedule workflows to run every day, every hour to get that sort of real-time data. You can trigger with an API, all sorts of things like that. We're doing something quite simple here for now. So you can see this is turned green, so that means it's run. So let's go ahead and preview the data. In here, if we move right along to the end, you can see we now have this EE NDVI column, and this is basically our NDVI value. So a larger value means that the vegetation, there's more intense, probably healthier, different types of vegetation available. So I'm just going to switch to, so we can take a look at this, so it's not just numbers in a table. Let's just switch to map, and let's quickly create a map. And we're going to just for now move to a different part of the CARTO platform, which is CARTO Builder, which is our sort of mapping dashboard visualization part of the platform. You can see our data set has loaded in here. And I'm just going to do a quick bit of styling just so we can make a bit of sense of this data. So I'm going to change the fill to be determined by that NDVI. And let's just change it to become more green because we're talking about vegetation. And then I'm going to quickly set up a pop-up. You can see how quick and easy it is to set up maps in CARTO Builder. It's really, really intuitive. Let's just set a pop-up here. And now every time I click on any of these counties, oh, that's a long number. Let's just change the formatting so it's a bit more readable. Every time I click on any of these counties, we can now see the NDVI.